Morning folks, welcome to another episode of Savanna Stay-at-Home Safaris. Just finished off our first morning coffee and come across a nice large herd of buffalo here, so always great to see, still on the property, possibly separated. So Neil said he's got parts of the herd further east and now this part looks to be going north, so it looks like they're going to be around for a while, so great to see. So we just wanted to try to show you there how it's the old females that actually lead the herd, that are in charge of setting the direction for the herd, taking them to water, taking them to good grazing areas, through the experience, through the memory of those old females. So remember, those big old males are the ones that break away from the herd, those big dugger boys as we call them, those big buffalo bulls which we sort of see in those smaller groups, 2, 3 at a time. They end up breaking away from the herd, get pushed out by the younger males, and lose the energy to sort of to follow the females, and it's actually the experience and the memory of the old females that control the movements of the herd. Perfect. So nice to see a bit of zebras in amongst the herd there as well, obviously after this favorable grazing grass here. So we'll leave them be, and we're going to crack on, see what the day brings. So it seems like everything's coming out in numbers today. We had that awesome herd of buffalo this morning, and now this fantastic herd of ellies walking through the clearings here. Got to be one of the best sightings. A wonderful herd moving through the open like that. Spot the matriarch up in front there. We spoke about the buffaloes, the old females leading the buffalo herd this morning. Very similar with the elephants, with that matriarch always up in front, and she's leading the way, taking them to water, taking them to the best feeding areas. not a bad way to start the morning at all. So we were actually on some lion tracks, and then we got the call from our tracker team that got the cheetah just coming into the property. So fantastic way to start the morning. We're not too sure what he spotted. We can't see anything up ahead, but you can clearly see the body language changing there. He's going into sort of a hunting posture. Into our picture now, there's a huge male kudu there, so a little bit out of the cheetah's league, far too big for him, but he doesn't want to be seen. That kudu starts alarm calling, attracting all sorts of unwanted attention with that alarm call. Next minute some hyenas start turning up, so he's still going to just try stay low, so not quite hunting, but just concealing himself, staying low, staying out of sight of that kudu. So just being able to get a good look at him there, still looking good, in good condition, but certainly hasn't had a meal recently. So gonna be good to see what he gets up today. I think he's gonna be in the hunt for a kill of some sort. Not quite as at home as a leopard up a tree, but still necessary to get up there and mark his territory, check his messages. We've been following him for good parts of an hour, hour and a half this morning, and yet to see a single impala, but he's certainly taking the time, taking the opportunity to go through his territory, mark all his prominent sort of marking points, and doing that sort of predictable territorial march that we so often see from these territorial animals, the leopards in particular, the big male leopards. So often you'll hear somebody say, you know, how on earth did you find this animal? How on earth did you come across it? And sometimes what helps us out certainly is this predictable territorial behavior that we see, these set paths that they take, the routes that they take in order to walk through their territory and check their messages. And that's certainly been the case this morning. He's visited a few prominent fallen over marula trees, some termite mounds and so on, and that can certainly help us out. If we get tracks in a certain area, we can almost sort of work out where he's going to be, possibly where he's been. And of course it doesn't work out like that every time, but that luck that we so often get is all down to that predictable behavior. Right folks, so there you have it. I'm sure you've seen from watching our videos and coming out on safari with us, this certainly is an iconic spot for this cheetah to rest up, to lie up, this preferred mound of his. So it seems fitting to leave him here. We've had a scout around with the binoculars and had a sort of look in the immediate area. No signs that we can see of any impala or a hunting opportunity. So let's leave him up. He's certainly done some marching this morning, and I'm sure he's going to enjoy a rest now as the sun gets higher. So we'll leave him be here, and let's hopefully catch up with him a bit later on in the day. So we're back with a large herd of buffalo, and we've managed to find some tracks of the lions. We think the Mangeni Pride, they seem to be trailing the buffalo. We've done a complete circle around the herd and can't seem to find where those lions are, but we're pretty certain there's tracks in the area. So we might just stick with these buffalo for a bit and let's see if we get lucky with a predator. Right, so some of you might recognize this pan. We're pretty much right in front of Savanna Lodge itself. So followed the buffalo all the way through, and sadly no sign of those lions trailing. But seeing as we're right close to the lodge, we're going to pop in for some breakfast. We'll keep an eye on the buffalo, see how they go, and we'll start again in the afternoon and see what else we can find for the afternoon. Right, so back out for this afternoon. We've done a few loops around, and finally we've just heard over the radio some of the guys have got lucky with that cheetah again, so he's obviously moved a bit through the day. Certainly wasn't where we left him this morning. So we're going to head over there and let's hope we can get a bit of a view before that sun goes down. So it still doesn't look like he's filled his belly for the day. I'm sure sometime tomorrow he's going to probably get back at it and look out for that hunting opportunity. What a fantastic way to end the day. So as we watch that cheetah sort of slip into a sort of comfy spot there, we're going to leave him be. And just a reminder about the cheetah's sort of hunting habits and his movements. They're not considered a nocturnal hunter at all. Obviously that breakneck speed that they utilize during the hunt, that's probably asking a bit too much in the sort of complete darkness. So a lot of their hunt relies on sight during the daylight, and the other reason they're possibly not active during the night is to eliminate that pressure from some of the other predators, your hyenas, your lions, your leopards, all bigger than the cheetah, obviously asking for a bit of trouble, busy catching and feeding on something in the night. So we're going to leave him be there, and I'm sure you'll agree, great end to a fantastic couple of days. Thanks for watching Savanna Stay at Home Safaris, and we're going to see you next time.